both of your shows are also you're rated by your peers. So like how does that factor in, especially like, on The Circle, they're just going off of text and pictures that might not even be real, and on Survivor, it feels like you guys can get very intimate and close with each other.
Yeah, you can, but you can also get very far apart and into each other, meaning into it, clashing. And that game, it's so complex. I mean, good gracious, to think about, you have to be likable, but you also have to be vicious enough to get rid of people in a way that they don't deem it as vicious. But you also have to be social. You have to want to win. It goes on and on and on. And that, in my opinion, what makes it so tough to be on the show is because of all of these different things that has to go. It literally has to be a perfect storm for you to make it through the vote, through the whatever, in order to be able to have a chance to win. It has to be a perfect storm.
Yeah, I think that's what's interesting too about the Survivor having a jury versus Circle, which sometimes I feel like Circle should have some type of jury, because in the Circle queue, you're at the end, the person who wins because of everyone else that's left in the game rating them. So you're voting for people to win, but you're rating them in a way that is strategic so that you actually win. So I don't like that. It's people that are voting to win for themselves versus people that are outside of the game that have no kind of vested interest in winning the game. So yeah, it's interesting because the whole time you're playing the game, you're wanting to be liked. You have to be the most popular, but then you get to the end of the game and it bites you in the butt, because it's like everyone knows that you've been on top the whole time, and because you have been popular, you can get knocked down. So it's a hard game to play in that aspect, and trying to like balance it, play the middle a little bit. Yeah.
What y'all also both were not afraid to make huge moves, which, you can go on a reality show and really just like kind of want to coast, I just want to get to the end. But I don't know, I want to talk about y'all's big moves, especially because like Q, you haven't seen one of QT's, which is, so on The Circle, the top two people that are rated get to go to a private chat and decide who to kick out. And that's how people are eliminated. And QT got to be in the top two, and she did not like the way the conversation was going. And so she just pieced out of the chat and decided who to eliminate on her own.
Oh, that's what the Qs do in the world, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
All the Q effect that's going on these shows, this is what you're going to get for sure. Yeah. You're going to get spicy. You're going to get all of a sudden movements that shifts the game, that makes some folks uncomfortable, but it's calculated and it has reason. Right. And QT, what I'm sounding like and what I'm hearing that you did, you put your foot down and you said, well, hell with this.
Yeah, for me, it was like coasting was never an option for me. Like going into the game, I went into the game with literally pages of notes of strategy of what I wanted to do. So going in there, I was very headstrong on what needed to happen. And especially as I was getting my footing in the game and I was seeing I was doing a pretty good job, I was like, I just have to make decisions for myself and make everyone else around me feel like it's good decisions. And so, yeah, I was very hard-headed, but it paid off for me a little bit.